استاذ دكتوره ايبال، اتفضلي يا فندم. بنشكر وجود حضراتكم معانا ومقدرين الظروف الصعبه اللي بتمر بيها السودان القطر الشقيق. دعواتنا وقلوبنا كلها معاكم، وان شاء الله يسلم امورنا جميعا. اتفضلي يا فندم.
اللهم امين. السلام عليكم. I'm really appreciating the opportunity availed by the Egyptian Hypertension Society. And special thanks to Dr. Muhammad Abdel Ghani, who gave this opportunity for me to present the experience of Sudan in raising awareness through population-based blood pressure measurement activity. I'll start my presentation by an overview. As you all know, hypertension in Sudan, as the whole globe, is a public health problem, and it is rising. And the figures show that this rising from 2017 to 2021, the preliminary estimates of the last survey, it shows the rising burden of the hypertension. Also, it is one of the 10 major killers in Sudan as per the 2021 National Statistical Report. And at the same time, there is a real gap and huge gap in the awareness regarding the problem among the population. The awareness activity was conducted as part of the global blood pressure screening survey, what is called as May Measurement Month Survey. And the May Measurement Survey is founded by the International Society of Hypertension. It has started in 2017, May 2017, and it continued till 2020, where it was deferred because of COVID-19, and then it restarted in 2021 and 2022, and now it is currently the whole globe, over 10 countries, they are starting the 2023 May Measurement Month survey. In fact, Sudan has participated in 3 rounds, 2017, 2018, and 2022. Unfortunately, due to the current conflict, we couldn't start the 2023, although we have done all the preparation for it. But unfortunately, we couldn't be part of this round. The last round, during the 3 rounds, we thank you. During the 3 rounds, we managed to cover almost 118,000 adult participants during the 3 rounds were included in the 3 surveys. For the 2021 survey and the previous surveys, the main aim is to raise the population awareness on the disease importance, mainly the control measures and complications, in order to contribute to the reduction of the global burden of disease associated with raised blood pressure. The specific objectives were to highlight the importance of measuring blood pressure, to provide diet and lifestyle treatment advice to all participants, to advise on further follow-up for those who have raised blood pressure, and to motivate the states. The states in Sudan are equivalent to the governorate in Egypt. نسميهم الولايات في السودان وهنا المحافظات. We assume that this activity by the Sudanese Hypertension Society will motivate the states to improve local screening facilities and policies towards hypertension. The 3 rounds were descriptive cross-section community, facility, and institutional-based surveys. In fact, the screening was conducted in the community, making campaigns, in the institutions, the university, the government ministries of health and other ministries, and in the health facilities. And in the health facilities, we targeted the co-patients. In Sudan, we have a culture of visiting the patients, and we have 1 hour per day تسمى بساعة الزيارة. Then we target these those population who came to visit their relatives, inpatient relatives, we target them by the blood pressure measuring. The target, in fact, we covered the 5 regions in Sudan, the 18 states. We targeted the males and females, and the age group 18 plus for both males and females. Data was collected using the generic MMM21 questionnaire that is developed by the International Hypertension Society. In fact, we made an adaptation on that. We added the alternative medicine is not part of the generic questionnaire. And the data was collected by volunteers. We have used the young doctors and medical students in the clinical phase. So we use the senior students because we need them, we need their skills in measuring the blood pressures. And the survey, especially the 21 round, used the Omron device. And in fact, we have trained the volunteers, although they are young doctors, but still to ensure the quality of the data, we made an in-person training, and also we have designed a video recording that is sent to the states. And for each state, we made a group, WhatsApp group, with the volunteers for the easiness of the contact with each other and with the central society. And in the preparatory phase, we have contacted the states, official persons in the states, and the partners mentioned by Dr. Hind. And in fact, all those partners were part of this survey. And this shows that we motivate them that your participation is very crucial. By your participation, you will save life and you will assist in identifying early identification of the cases. Also, we assigned the states focal persons for each state. Also, the focal persons, they have a special training for them. We did the adaptation, as I have already mentioned, for the questionnaire, and we have designed an online data collection tool on what is called Kobo Humanitarian for data collection. The International Hypertension Society, they have their own platform, electronic, but unfortunately their platform, it doesn't work unless there is internet, active internet. And because we have a problem with the internet in our states and governorate in the Sudan, so we have designed this Kobo which can work offline, and when you come to area where there is an internet, you can send your data collected. Also, we have obtained Omron from the International Hypertension Society. They provide 200 devices for us to facilitate the work in the survey. And as I have already mentioned, we have already contacted the partners in Sudan, and we have developed brochures for awareness raising. This is one of the brochures that has been developed for the survey, and this is another one. And in fact, for each participant who enrolled in the survey, we provide this brochure enhanced. We use them for, we discuss the issue with them, and we ask them to go to their families and discuss all these messages with their families. Also here. The preliminary results. In fact, analysis, although we have finished by September 2022, but because the analysis is centered in the International Hypertension Society, they are still, I have discussed the issue yesterday with Prof. Nils, but they are not yet released the report. This is why I said this is the preliminary results. This is our own analysis in Sudan. The survey covered around 16,000 participants. As I have mentioned, the 5 regions were included and involved in the survey, with more participation from the central region. And the practice of blood pressure measurement, and this is the crucial area where the awareness is important. You find that only 43% they have checked their blood pressure within the last 12 months. And it is stated there by the International Hypertension Society. This is one of the questions. And unfortunately, around 56% or 57%, they didn't have the chance to check their blood pressure, either never or within the last 12 months. That is mean they are out of the standard for checking the blood pressure. So this population-based surveys is a good opportunity for checking the blood pressure for the population, because they are not aware of the importance. They don't go to check their blood pressure on their own. Another result is that from the participants, only 14.12% were previously diagnosed as having hypertension. However, cases with elevated blood pressure during the survey, and by the way, the volunteers, they checked 3 times the blood pressure, and we took the average. So it is the standard way of using the MROM device, and we have 3 measures, and we take the average. You see the difference from 14% to almost 26% were hidden cases, because the elevated diastolic is 42 and the elevated systolic is 40%. Then during the analysis, we can take the elevated blood pressure, which is around 40. So we have 26% were discovered during the survey. They are not aware of that they have an elevated blood pressure. So the message to take home: we in the developing countries and most of the resource-limited countries, the population-based blood pressure measurements are good platform for awareness raising, which is the basis and the foundation of hypertension prevention. We don't have a strong health system to raise the awareness, to monitor, to check the blood pressures of our citizens, of our population. So we took this opportunity to raise the awareness, and as we see from the results that the diagnosed cases are the iceberg of the phenomenon of the disease load. Also, early detection prevents the appearance of the complication. As you all know, by doing early detection for the population, we assist them on preventing the appearance of the complication. Another message: this whole survey was done on voluntary basis. And we found that the most important, motivating, and the most critical push for the volunteers and for the young doctors is to have a certificate. And we have issued this certificate from the principal investigator, Professor Niz. I hope that I wish he is here, but he's not. He sent this certificate, and we gave it to the volunteers. It was the most motives for them, and it was inspired. During the end of the survey, we have many requests of young doctors because they heard of this certificate to participate in the survey. And the last message is that the survey provides rich data. In fact, it is wealth of data for publications. And we have already started 5 publications. We hope next time or next year we will participate by these publications. Thank you. These are pictures from the volunteers.
I'm really impressed with the amount of work you have done in Sudan. Particularly, Sudan is a huge country and with many states and different places. That is very impressive, actually, in fact. We are here in the Egyptian Society of Hypertension. This is the second year running. We have this Arab meeting of to share experience in hypertension. This morning I was talking to Dr. Mohsen Ibrahim, the president of the Pan-Arab Hypertension Society. If we can mix our experience and have a regional project about the prevalence, awareness, control of the hypertension in the Arab countries. You are more expert than we are in fundraising, and so we can collaborate together to have this regional study with the tremendous amount of work you have done and experience in Sudan. Thank you very much.
Yes, I totally agree, and I just, by the way, to mention that this whole survey has started on the 17th of May. We couldn't start because of some challenges as early as 1st of May. We have started from 17th and it continues through September. And all of the activities were done by the national fundraising. So we did these letters, we sent them, we visit them, the institutes, the universities, the companies, and they have supported the local activities for the whole process of the whole survey.
Dr. Iqbal, why Darfur, as we showed to us, small people of hypertensive show participation in your study? Is it political, or is it far away from Khartoum, or Darfur contribution?
Yeah, not the 5 Darfurs. We have 5 Darfurs. 3 of them was limited, but 2 are good contributions of them. In fact, we have made a lot of use with the universities. The universities have the huge burden, or the maximum burden of conducting the activities through their students and through the junior doctors. The 2 states which are not involved, there is no university there. So this is the main cause. This is the main cause.
We also have a lot of...
we have turnover in the state focal persons. And also this is one of the lessons I didn't enumerate the whole lesson length. فعندنا 2 focal persons they are حصل لهم turnover في البداية وبالتالي الولاية وقفت من الشغل.
Thank you so much. Thank you.